it's like I guess if I had to put it in a way, it's like the anti-feminist movement, the opposition to feminism. I guess that's the modern day opposition to the latest wave of feminism.
Yeah.
I guess that's the cleanest way to put it, you know.
Yeah, that I was listening in prep for the podcast today. I was listening to like a what is the Manosphere like podcast, and they were and this was a guy talking from Germany basically, and pretty much it kind of is that, right? It's a response to like feminism right now, right?
Yeah.
It seems like there's a problem, right? There seems like there's a problem for like there's a reason for society's problems and issues right now, and for the at least for the extreme feminism side, it's men, right? They are the issue. They are the problem. So I think in response to them, these attacks, I guess, on men, like the Manosphere was created, and advocating for men's rights and all these different things, right? That's beyond my education. We don't go on to that, but I think let's say what it is. It's just response to the way the modern feminism is right now.
Yeah, no, and I think all right. So just like the far right movements and stuff like that, the alt right was big, a few years ago. I think that it's like the same thing with the Manosphere, right? It's a radicalized group, right? It's a group of people that are very much so to the extreme, right? Because I'm sure there's people that are in the center of these issues of feminism and men's liberation, I guess. I guess there's people in the center, right? So the Manosphere is the extreme radicalized group, right? Like that. I guess that's what it would be.
Yeah. Why do you think that the Manosphere right now is so popular right now? Like, why do you think it's like taking off? Like, you
hit me with a heavy one early on, bro.
bro, we gotta get right into it. No, we're not playing this season.
Yeah, we took a whole month off, bro. We took a whole month off. You're right. So we gotta get into it. You know what it is, bro? I'm gonna give a kind of sociological take here. So I think a large part of this has to do with what's known as the division of labor has increased, right? Where we have a lot more women's rights, and we have a lot more people going out to do different things in the world. So you have a lot of social differences that come out of that, right? Like that's how the feminist movement was birthed. Well, partially, right? Like let me not speak in absolutes before I got people coming crazy at me, right? But part of that is because women went through women's suffrage, women, activism for women's rights, and women today have a lot more rights than prior, right? So I think with modern day technology, modern day values and ideals, I think there's a big clashing of issues with traditional views, which probably weren't the right things, like locker room talk and stuff like that. Think about it now women have a lot more rights. Women have voices. They can speak, they can speak up, and they can defend themselves. And there has to be opposition to that. People who had a lot of those traditional values and views of women, they're mad now that women are speaking up with modern day media, social media, YouTube, podcasting. But having said that, there's a lot of men on that side now that are using their platforms, that are building platforms on pushing a lot of toxic parts of that manosphere, right? Some people are pulling different things, that may or may not be good, but there's a lot of people out here that are pushing some very, very toxic imagery to people through the use of social media and etc.
Yeah, I think could there be a I guess in a way like the reason why that this trend is like so popular or more guys are getting into the manosphere, could it be that they really desire actual growth as a man and like and actually trying to figure out what it means to be a man? I was listening to a podcast. I think it was the Ruslan and Ralo Tomasi podcast where they were saying that the generation that we're in now, they have pretty much been stripped of what it of trying to figure out what it means to be a man, basically, and like and
Wow.
being told like, hey, you need to be more feminine, you need to do this, you need to do that, and not and also in a sense, absence of purpose, right? Not really working with your hands, not doing certain things that traditionally would consider you like a man, I guess a man's or whatever.
Yeah.
Could the reason why this thing is so popular is because that the manosphere is like rediscovering that right now? Or could it be that the manosphere is so popular because they see these popular like figures with lots of money that are promoting like, hey, this is how you become a high value man. This is how you get this amount of money. This is how you get these types of girls. Like, could it be that the reason why this is so attractive is because they are teaching this to our generation? It's because it is our generation. You know what I mean?
So I guess the way to answer this question is, I don't think it's like a rediscovery of it. I don't think it is now becoming popularized, because the reason I say that is because I feel for like ever since I've had a connection to YouTube, I've seen guys on YouTube saying the exact same thing. It's just there's certain players in this game right now that are very, very great at PR, very great at marketing. They have very charismatic personalities, right? That allow them to be what is it? Allows them to be very marketable to the culture and to younger people in today's day and age. Because I've heard guys talking about this kind of stuff. I've read it on the internet all over. If you grew up playing any sport in the last 20-30 years, and in the locker room, this is like literally how majority of men have spoken. I for one I've really just, I don't know, bro, I've always been disgusted by it, like that whole locker room talk stuff. But I've heard it, you know what I'm saying? Like I've heard it. So I don't think it is a like a new concept. I just think it's just, we have some people who have gotten famous recently that thrive. They really thrive at being able to market things on the internet,
For sure. Yeah, no, I got you.